Greetings. This is Cathy Wachira. And as usual, I'm very happy to be back again to share with us. And today I want to speak about boundaries, okay? Boundaries that we set in our lives. And before I do that, I just want to appreciate our new subscribers. Karibu sana to Lady in Waiting. Here we discuss everything before marriage or as we wait for marriage. And even sometimes we touch on marriage. So karibu sana. And I also appreciate those that like our videos. Kindly form the habit of liking. When you like, it makes me feel like coming again. So like, and I will appreciate. And also the ones that are constantly chatting with me, you keep me busy. Thank you very much on WhatsApp. And I'm always happy to answer your question or just to share with you. And I pray that this channel continues to be a blessing for you in Jesus' name. So today I want to talk about boundaries. Now, every successful person in life has boundaries that they have set to help them achieve a goal that they want to achieve in life. Whether these boundaries they have set in their careers, whether it is in their businesses, whether it is in their relationships, or even in their families. For you to be successful, you must have boundaries. And because if you don't have boundaries, what happens is that someone else or other people, it might not be just a person, it might not be just a relationship, but just even others can just walk into your life and quickly quickly disrupt you, quickly change your goals. You forget you are supposed to go this way, you forget you are pursuing a certain degree or a certain, they quickly just come and disrupt you. Why? Because you don't have boundaries. And if you don't have boundaries, the same thing can also happen, because here we are talking about relationship. The same thing can happen even concerning a relationship. You might end up with someone who you know very well you should not have ended up with, just because you could not say no from the beginning. Because each and every one of us has a boundary, even when it comes to the person that they would want to be with. What my boundary is might not be yours. There are people who they say, I cannot go this far. I cannot go for someone from another race or from another nation or another tribe. Whatever it is, we don't judge people, okay? Everybody has their boundaries. There are people who they say, when it comes to relationship, I will not, I have to finish school, That is something I've decided. I must finish school before I get married. But if you don't have those kind of boundaries, then someone will just come in and disrupt you before you know it. You don't even finish school. So that is what I'm speaking about today. Boundaries in relationships and accepting behaviors that are not acceptable. Okay, and this is where the word no comes in. The word no is a two-letter word that is very, very powerful. It is a complete sentence by itself. It is I think it's the shortest word in the dictionary, but it is the most powerful. That if we can learn how to use this word, I think it's going to help us in life, and it will stop us from getting into a lot of trouble. And the word no, use it confidently. Use it without shame. Use it without even checking. You don't need to go back. When someone is breaking your boundaries, you know very well it is time to go to school. Someone decides that's the time they want to come and visit you. You know very well it is time to go and open your business. Someone decides to come. Tell them, no, you cannot come now. I am going to school. No, you cannot come now. I am going to open my business. No, I cannot go there because of 1, 2, 3. Always learning to say no. And I understand this word no is a very difficult word, especially for us Africans. Not all of us, but most of us people of African not just descent, because you can be an African descent and you live in another country, but Africans who have been brought up in Africa, because we have been brought up mostly as yes people. We have not been brought up to challenge or to question certain things. And that is why we find it very, very difficult even to say no in the relationships, to say no when someone is portraying and behavior in the relationship that is not acceptable. Why? Because we were brought up as yes people. But this is something that we must undo if we want to be successful in the relationships that we have. As Africans, having grown in Africa, then we must learn how to use the word no and to use it boldly and confidently without apology. When someone is breaking your boundaries, you say, no, this I will not accept. If someone is portraying a behavior that you know very well, this behavior, I know it, I've lived with it all my life, this one is a no. Say it without apology. Okay, say it confidently, so that whoever is going to continue with you in a relationship will continue, and whoever has to follow will have to follow, because you cannot enter a relationship, uh, you cannot fake a relationship. You pretend that certain things are not bothering you, or certain boundaries are not being broken, just because you want to be with someone. Because yes, you will take it in now, but that is when now you find down, years down, maybe you've gotten married, we start to hear things. We are hearing things. It's not that these things this person is doing now, he was not or she was not doing them before. The only problem is that you never said no. Okay, so what you say now, no, now when you're dating or when you're courting, let that no be no today, let it be no tomorrow, and in 1 year let it still be no. Let your no be no and let your yes be yes. There's a verse in the Bible, I think it's in Matthew chapter 5, verse 36, 37, 38, one of those, okay, where Jesus talks about, he was not talking about relationship, but he says, let your yes be yes and let your no be no. Anything beyond that is of the evil one. In other words, Jesus is saying, when you start to give mixed signals, you are going to attract trouble. Because if you told this person yes this year, or this month, or today, and then tomorrow when he wants to do the same thing, you start saying no, 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 then the third day you say yes, 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 you are confusing the person. And that's why sometimes people get frustrated with us, because we are giving mixed signals. Don't be the kind of person that is giving mixed signals in a relationship. If you don't like something from day one, just tell them, my brother or my sister, that thing you said, or how you said it, or that thing you did, for me, it is not working. No. No. No is a complete sentence. So this is something that we must learn if we want to be successful, so that people don't break our boundaries, and this will help us not to lose our vision in life, because every person must have a vision. There is nobody whose vision is to be a housewife. Okay? Or marriage is not a vision. Marriage is just part of the process as we live our lives and continue. We have visions. Okay, and please, I'm not disregarding marriage, because I'm also married, but that is not the end game. Marriage is not the end game. So if you let in your pursuit for marriage, if you completely disrupt your vision, then you'll get into marriage and you wonder, what was this? Because you're there, you are bored, you stopped going to school, you stopped this, you stopped your business, just because you wanted to make a man happy, you wanted to make a woman happy. Then you don't know what to do with yourself, and then you start to say, oh, marriage is a scam. No, marriage is not a scam. It is work. It is a lot of work, but it is not scam. It works. It works, even though it works sometimes through very difficult things, but it works. Okay, so we must learn how to say no. Let us use that word confidently, without apology. When your boundaries are being broken, when someone is portraying a behavior that is not acceptable. And that does not make you a bad believer or a bad Christian. You are still a Christian. Jesus himself says, yes, your yes be yes, and your no be no. So it is a good thing for you to be the kind of person who can say yes, yes, and no, no. Don't give mixed signals. And I think if we do that, we are going to put ourselves in a position where we'll be entering relationships that are true, relationships that we respect and we honor one another's boundaries, where we don't accept bad behavior just because we want to be with someone or just because we were brought up. And I know it is hard. That is why you must practice it. It is not easy, especially for us in Africa. We must practice to say no. We must practice. It is something that you must intentionally practice, to just say no. And I think it's going to help us. I pray that I've been a blessing to someone, and may the Lord bless you, and may the Lord keep you even as you continue to wait on him. In Jesus' name.